How's everyone doing today? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Press one if y'all could hear me. Okay, well, I'm about to go ahead and get this started. Thank you, not joking, for showing me love and stopping by. And yeah, it's been a while since I've did some content, and I thought I'd go ahead and drop some more, at least talking about the P Diddy case. Hey, Golden, thank you for stopping by. If y'all can hear me, put a one in the chat. Okay, okay. Okay, now I'm doing a little bit of stuff about P Diddy because a lot of people are saying yeah, all these people that has come out like the Courtney Burgess and the the Audrias and all of them that they have. Hey Bonnie, thank you for stopping by to show me some love. Thank you, Nick, for stopping by to show me some love. I really appreciate everyone being here. But I am now. A lot of people are saying that all of these people have kind of muddied the waters a little bit, as far as victim wise. But I'm not going to talk so much about that part. For everyone that's just coming in, please like, share, subscribe. Most definitely hit the like button. But yeah, some people have muddied the waters as far as you don't know who's a victim and who's not. But I'm going to talk about the other side. I am going to talk about um, what P Diddy can't get away from. And one of the things that he can't get away from, hey Jane, thank you for stopping by. But the one thing that P Diddy can't get away from is that pound pound that had that scratched off serial number. That's something that he can't get away from. That's something that he is going to be charged with regardless because that was in his house. And that alone, you see carry 5 to 10 years. And you know that they did ballistics on that firearm, you know for sure. So by them doing ballistics on that firearm, what's the purpose of having a pound pound with a serial number scratched off? So if he did anything with that firearm and the bullets match up, he is going to be charged for, well, I appreciate you stopping by. And even if it is for a second, thank you for the love. but he can't get past that point at all. So right there, he's facing at least 5 to 10 years, and by them showing a pattern that he's violent, most likely for that charge, it's going to be 10 years. But you also had someone that came out a long time ago that about 4 or 5 years ago that actually was one of the ex workers, and everyone just blew him off. Like, oh, he's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. But I am gonna
How
allow
did you know
y'all.
this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy,
Yeah,
P Diddy, whatever you call himself
yeah,
these days. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. He's part of what's called the Boule.
The Boule.
The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay,
Ah.
I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay, she was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
Okay. I had settlement with Sean. Okay, and he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay.
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay. For them, that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they didn't.
Excuse me. But as you can see, he said that he caught herpes from Diddy, and he came back and sued him, and he actually won a lawsuit. Yeah, that guy that I was playing. Yeah, he said that he was an ex-slave with Diddy and Cassie, and Diddy gave him herpes, and he filed a lawsuit, and and he won the lawsuit for $5 million. But during this same interaction, the same conversation, he also talks about the parties on the yachts with the Ciroc, and he said, "Oh yeah, it was people drinking Ciroc and rugs, and that's all those parties were." Yeah, that's the one that went to the Trump Hotel and and, and did all the pow in there. But with that being said, after he won the case, he had to sign a NDA, and this is the NDA that he had to sign. So he actually has evidence showing that he was kind of involved. So that's another case where that's another thing that did he can't get around, because now you have this person that came out way before Cassie dropped all this information. So when you put their two testimonies together, all these fake victims that have come out against Diddy, I mean, it's not going to matter that much. It's still going to leave people wondering, okay, what can I believe? What can't I believe? But that testimony, along with Cassie testimony, along with the pows with the serial number scratched off, I mean, Diddy should have went on ahead and took that plea deal. So with a lot of CC saying, oh yeah, the 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 water is muddy, yes, to a certain extent, but not fully. And then I've been watching TNZ, mean TMZ, and they've been saying, oh well, I've been hearing things about a minor being in the lawsuit, and they're saying, well, nah, it's not no minors, which I don't understand why TMZ and P Diddy camp is so close, because TMZ, they're not telling the truth, because when you go through the paperwork, as you can see, it's a minor victim. So now you have this minor that's going to testify, or did a sworn statement about what happened. But if I could rewind it some, and this is just my opinion, if Diddy gave Jonathan Irie herpes, okay, my mind is about to go to the left for a second. So y'all stick with y'all stick with me. So if P Diddy gave Jonathan Odie herpes and Usher have herpes, it kind of make you wonder where Usher got it from, especially if that whole um alleged X thing that happened between them really happened when P did he was talking about them wrestling on the bed for Frosting Flakes. Because this Jonathan Otley thing also talks about how allegedly he messed with Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. Right, and a lot of people don't know the law for real, and they're thinking that, okay, well, and maybe did he even put a lot of these people up to those things so they could muddy the water, so it could make it look like fake victims are coming out. But with that, but certain things he can't beat, and you see all this redacted stuff that's in the lawsuits. I mean that's in the Fed case, because this minor victim, this is actually under the RICO Act as well. So I'm just gonna say it, Diddy is hit. I mean, he's done for. He's gonna spend at least 20 years in prison, at least. Say that he don't get convicted on half of the stuff, and he just get convicted on the Cassie thing, the the pals, and of course, if a minor is up there, he's going to be convicted of that. That's his life. He might as well start putting on fashion shows in prison. He might as well start doing something in prison, because That's where he's about to be. No, you have an STD or STI and spreading it without disclosing your status is a crime too. Right, it is a crime. And that's why that woman sued Usher and won. But yeah, a lot of people don't know the law. So when Jonathan Adi came out and with that interrogation that he did, he had a lot of people looking at him crazy. And with that being said, it's 150 celebrities on this list. And Michael B. Jordan name came up. And I'm like, his name came up. What was he doing? So come to find out, him and Cassie were kind of talking and flirting and everything. And Diddy found out and called Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan called Cassie like, "Hey, you need to call Diddy and talk to him and smooth this thing this stuff over because Diddy threatened Michael B. Jordan." And then you have the Kanye West, and he's off the rails. I mean, he's named in there. And then you have Mike Myers, and I was thinking to myself, who is Mike Myers? And I had to go and look him up. So he played Austin Powers. But then it made me think, wasn't Beyonce in one of the Austin Power movies? So that kind of took my mind in a whole different direction. Because if you listen to Freddie P, the reason why they had to walk and get that cheesecake was for Beyonce because she was up there in the room with P. Diddy, allegedly. But that's what Freddie P said, the dude from Making the Band. So it's so many things out there that thank you for stopping by, Sammy. How you doing? But yeah, Beyonce was in Austin Powers. So by this interview that Jonathan Adi did, let me play it one more time.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. that means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay.
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Cause what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my...
So as he's telling the story, you could tell that he's nervous because he doesn't know who P Diddy has as far as law enforcement in his back pocket. So he's saying, I don't have these things, but I could probably produce these things. Those two things can't go together because he said he threw everything away. And you could tell during this interrogation he doesn't want to say too much. And keep in mind, this happened 4 to 5 years ago for that powwowing that he did in Trump Hotel. He hasn't went in front of he hasn't had a hearing at all since then. So it's kind of like that's past the due process. You cannot go 4 to 5 years without appearing before a judge and having your case heard. So if they're doing that, they are they are breaking the law, which makes me kind of think that well maybe he's in witness protection, and they are using that oh he's still in jail thing so people won't go looking for him because it's a possibility that he could be a witness and to collaborate with what Cassie is saying. And by the way, everyone, my wife said hi and good morning. But it's it it's a lot of different moving pieces that is still going to jam P Diddy up. So we can't be too concerned about what the fake victims have come out and said. So it's I'm looking forward to the trial come Monday because all these things that's redacted is going to be exposed. And then I also heard a lot of the celebrities won't be named that's testifying. And I don't think that's right. I want to know who all the perverts are. Uh, their names needs to be exposed as well. But we also don't know what this P Diddy case is going to lead to in the future because the Jonathan Aldi person also talked about Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. So it's a possibility that they're about to be under fire if they don't testify against P Diddy. And we know Rick Ross is a ex CO correction officer. So Rick Ross knows what goes on when those lights go off, and he ain't gonna want no parts of that. no parts of that. So he might mess around and flip if they went to talk to him. But this is just my observations of some of the things that's actually inside of the Dandy case and what could be used as evidence. And then not only that, you have P Diddy, which I mean, for us, I first started knowing him as Puff Daddy, but he has gone through so many different name changes, and he went from Puff Daddy to P Diddy to Diddy to PD to Love. Yeah, well, my wife just corrected me. She said he first started off as Sean Puff Daddy Combs, but he even tried to use the name Love. So he put on an image in front of us to make it seem like he was projecting love, and he was such this good person, and behind the scenes it was no love. Right, right. There was no love. And he was doing all of these things to all these different people that the feds went into his house. And keep in mind, the feds, Homeland Security, didn't even let them know who house they were hitting. So they didn't even know who Diddy had in his back pocket. So with home, if you think about Homeland Security and the Jonathan Otley tape that I just showed y'all, you could kind of see how why Jonathan Otley was so nervous. But yeah, it's about to be up for P Diddy for Mr. Love. after after that Cassie tape dropped, he stopped using Love. If y'all think about it, he couldn't use that name no more. But he also did something to Kid Cudi's car. So with all of these different name changes, it made me start thinking: did he start doing these name changes when he did too much stuff to certain people that he tried to reinvent himself? So he changed his name. So it kind of made me think that because he knew that he was about to be sued by Cassie before we knew, before it came out in the public. So around that time is when he changed his name to Love. So it's like, okay, so at what point, what was going on in his life doing those name changes? That's just a little food for thought. But I was just here for a good time, not a long time. And and what I think it is, I think like the power. I think he liked the power and he pushed his boundaries because he had the police in his back pocket. He even told Freddie P, like hey, if you keep on playing with me, I'll buy every house on your block and turn off all the lights and something will happen to you. And Diddy has all this money. So I mean that's actually possible. That's possible for him to go to every person on that block and offer them $500,000 for their house, and who wouldn't sell? And that is weird. But that's just showing what type of power that Dr. Love had. And don't no one want no problems with no one like that. So that's why P Diddy was able to get away with all the things that he was able to. Money is a great asset, but money is the root to all evil. So, and that's what he was using his money for, nothing but evil, but he wanted to talk about love. And it's crazy, but I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Monday holds, and I am going to continue to. And you are right. God is most definitely watching at all times, and that's why he couldn't hold on to that love name for so long. That's why, because God is always watching, and it wasn't no love there. He wasn't producing no love. So this case is about to be wild, and I am going to continue to cover this and bring you all a different side of the case that people aren't actually thinking about. Because for the most part, people are only thinking about the ex trafficking, Cassie, and and the sexual part of it. And that's what a lot of people are talking about. But there's some evidence out there that he can't get around, and that's what I want to talk about. And it has nothing to do with he say she say stuff. This is hard fact evidence. Because one, we know you can't have a pow without a serial number. Everyone knows that. Two, once the feds come in and take those firearms, we know out the gate they're going to do a ballistic test on all of them. We know that for a fact. We also know after they do the ballistic test on the firearms, they're going to try to match that bullet up to unsolved crimes or incidents that did was brought up in. So we know those facts. We know he did what he did to Cassie and had F offs. We know that. And now we just saw Jonathan Odding just give a testimony 5 years ago, way before Cassie lawsuit. So these are facts right here that Daddy can't get around, regardless of who came out and lied and said that they were a victim. Y'all, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. But that's all I have for y'all. This was just something a little spontaneous that I decided to do yesterday. So I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate everyone that's hiding on the porch. Y'all don't have to hide on the porch. We all family. Y'all could come on inside and sit down on the couch. Y- y'all don't have to stay outside. Right, right. And these people do make stupid criminal moves and think the money will save them. But the money did save them for so long. It did. And it did. And and you could tell that it saved him for so long because he even had the fire department not do an investigation on Kid Cudi car after Kid Cudi car went kaboom. Yeah. Yeah, and now Disney is gonna have to start putting on talent shows inside the jail. I mean, he gonna have to teach the roaches how to go and fetch the Cheerios. He gonna have making up of the band um Roach episodes coming out soon. And yeah, you do a crime for so long, so many times, yeah, you do tend to get messy because you feel like you got all this juice. But to kind of go back a little bit, a lot of people think the Feds start investigating P Diddy when this interrogation of Jonathan Oddly came out. Personally, I don't think that. I think they started investigating P Diddy when Keefe D came out and was talking too loud about the Pac situation because Keefe D was yelling and telling anyone that would listen. So I think that's when they start investigating Diddy, and then the Jonathan Ireland tape just sent him in a different direction as well. But that's just my opinion. But I'm going to continue to drop content. Thank y'all so much for stopping by, showing me love. I appreciate everyone here. We are all family, and I appreciate y'all coming into my living room with me. And please hit the like button. Oh yeah, and Kels won't out bed. Kels won't out bed, but I mean, Kels collaborate with Jay-Z, so now he might get a chance to collaborate with P. Diddy now, since they both about to be in jail. I mean, they could get some concerts going on in jail together. The best of both worlds, part two, the outside world and the jail world. Yeah, and it is a big mess. But Diddy is most definitely going down. He's going down. Just don't know who he's going to bring down with him. But I mean, just this alone, it's going to make the jury's stomach cringe. It's going to make their stomach cringe just hearing what this minor has to say. And I do not feel envy for the jury because they're going to have some tough things to listen to. Extremely tough things to hear. And I'm pretty sure that they are going to show them videos. So we shall see. We shall see. But thank everybody. Hit the like button on the way out. And I'm out, y'all. One.